Good morning, everyone. My name is Matt. If this is your first time watching, welcome. Thanks for checking me out. If you're returning, thanks for coming back. I really appreciate your continued support. Well, here I am in my little boat. I'm riding around this tiny little swamp I made, and you might be thinking, "Hey, Matt, why are you in a boat?" Well, because I'm surrounded by water. Duh. This isn't the only reason I'm in a boat. Or, I guess it was. Should I redo that intro? Nah, let's keep it in. Well, the tree we are building today in our tree world requires a whole lot of water. Now, you might be thinking, hey, Matt, what kind of a... I know trees need water, but what kind of a tree needs that much water? Well, we are building a bald cypress. Now, these guys are super prevalent in swamps and bayous, and between a swampy tree and a willow tree, you might have caught on to what my little theme is here. But these guys grow in the water, and they're pretty big. So we're gonna make a pretty big boy here. It's gonna start with a circle. I'm thinking maybe 4, and it has to be set in the water. And then we're just going to build it out. I guess we've gone into the plains here. I tried to change this pool to be a swamp, but I don't know how well it turned out. I guess not very. I'm actually going to push it back a little more because we need a lot of this water area for a very important part of the tree that we'll get to later, all the way around. For this, we're using dark oak, and then we're also going to use acacia leaves because they look pretty well in the swamp biome for this particular project, and they also outside of the swamp biome. Oh, patch that up. Outside of the swamp biome, they have a very nice, vibrant green, like a light green, and that's really what we want for this. So we want a very, very large trunk, like we're talking a dump truck kind of trunk, and then we are going to add in just some things around the side to make it look like it's more circular. What we're trying to do is make a big old sphere, but kind of squish it a bit. So once we have that, we'll come around placing in some stairs, making sure they're waterlogged. And you can be super liberal with these because it's supposed to blend and go in. And then we're even going to put some on top and replace these blocks with them. After you've decided that you've gotten enough, we're going to bring up some of these, but not all of them. And this will give it a bit better of a look as we go in. And in the places where we didn't put a trunk, we're going to put on some stairs. And then the places where we did put a trunk, we're going to do some stairs there too. Unless you have one on the corner like this, then it's okay to just leave it as a trunk. Making sure you get the dimensions right is very important here. Now it is time to start slowly going in. So we're going to raise it up a bit around where you have the holes and kind of pull these up a bit. Then we get a slightly smaller circle, and this is where you're going to have to make a big decision. Which way do you want your tree to head upwards? Because right now we have 4 across, but we're only going to need 3. So I'm going to have mine going that way. So we need 3 like that, and then 1 here, and then another 3. So it's got this hole here that is going to be kind of going up, and to add a bit more to that, just put in some stairs. Kind of going like that. Maybe a bit here, and a log there. But this is going out for 3, like that. And then it comes in 1, and then 3 more. That looks really... I did something definitely wrong. This just go across for 3, and then this go across for 3. So we have that. And then over here, you can just put in like this, and then we are going to slope it up a bit more later. These are very, very large trees, so you don't have to overcrowd it with details, but some things do really, really help. I'm just going to do some stuff like that, but remembering where our main trunk is. Then we're maybe going to build the main one up, 1. And again, adding in some things on the sides, and going up 1 more. But this won't be permanent, because some of these we'll knock out and some of them we will build up. Like here, it's kind of an area where it's clearly going up in the center and down on the sides, so we will kind of follow that trend and do that. And hopefully what you should see is by the time you get done with it, your circle is getting smaller and smaller. And that is exactly what we want until we reach kind of a 4 by 4 area. We will have that right here. So this will be where the trunk will go up the most out of all the other areas. Then just coming through like we've been doing, knocking some areas out, and putting in wherever you think would be good. Kind of make a wood mountain, if you will. These are very strange looking things, very strange looking trees. They got a huge bulbous base, and that's just what we're trying to capture here. And that's the main base of it. As always, feel free to add some more. Maybe this goes up a bit. But then we're going to take this. This will be the main one, so that goes the highest. And then the smaller ones just kind of follow suit. What a perfect time for rain as we're building a swamp. So these go up more slowly until you have something that looks a bit like that. And we're gonna take this up even more. These are really big trees. So once you have it looking a bit like that, maybe add some stairs in to show that it's going up. We're going to start blocking in the branches. Well, they don't really have that many branches, so we're going to just put them around the sides, with just first making these really big long ones, and then we'll go through later and fix them up. There we go. And then just kind of coming down with them, bringing them out. Whoa! I really like lightning. I think it's cool. I love camping, and when it's like storming, you always know you get the best sleep when there's a storm out. Hopefully all your gear doesn't get wet, but if you've done everything right, it shouldn't. And it's fun to sleep in the rain. Great. Now once we have the it looks kind of silly. Once we have the main bit of the trees, or main bit of the branches how we want, totally feel free to add some more character and change them up so that not everyone is just the same. Now that's looking pretty good to me, so I'm gonna take in my acacia leaves and just start by bundling them up around the branch, and then going a bit back in, and then fluff it. Now these don't have many leaves, so remember that when you're making them, that it doesn't need to be completely covered. Just a little bit on each branch, kind of like this, will be perfect. Once you got all your leaves looking how you want them to, we're just going to come in and add some pokey outy bits, some little tiny twigs and such with our fence. And also at the top, we're going to take it up to a little point and sprinkle some leaves around the top too, just like that. They kind of float. I kind of wish this connected. Maybe something like this would be good. Yeah, perfect. And now that we have these fences in our inventory, in our hand right now, we can add the most important thing about our cypress tree. Now these are the cypress knees. Now that sounds super weird, but if you've ever seen one of them, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But there are these little, I believe they are part of the root system. They're little bits that come out of the ground around the tree and look kind of like knees. So you've heard of the bee's knees? Well, this is the tree's knees. I think they have something to do with nitrogen absorption, but don't take my word on it. I'm an architect, not a biologist. Or would it be an ecologist? I don't know. I'm not either of them. Once we've got all our little points out, we can take some of them up and keep some of them low. And you can even punch some of them even further down into it, kind of like this. And it's okay if they connect near the base. Totally fine. Now for a final little touch, just grab some lily pads and throw them around. Just a beautiful cypress tree. It's a very tall tree, very thick, fat tree. It really, really do got that dump truck dough. But yeah, it's just a nice tree. Found very commonly in some swamps and bayous in southern United States. And you know what? This tree's looking really cool. I'm not nearly as thick as that tree. Sadly, it's a very sad day. But that just about wraps this video up. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for tuning in and joining me. I really do hope you had fun. I sure did. Stay safe, stay healthy, and until next time, good night.